Hello everyone. Today for Superkids we are going to be learning a new memory word. So we're going to be starting on page 17 and I'm going to write a word up here. As I write it, I want you to name each letter that I write. Alright, let's read the letters. W-A-S. Now remember, this is a memory word, so we can't sound it out. We just have to remember what it looks like. So let's say the letters one more time. W-A-S. That spells the word was. Can you say that with me? Was. Let's read it. I see that Sal is using was in a sentence. Let's read his sentence. Was it? Now, I know that his sentence is actually a question because there's a question mark at the end of the sentence. I also see some question marks at the end of all these sentences, so I think we're going to be working with some questions here today, too. Now, a lot of the time, you might see the word was at the beginning of a sentence, and if a sentence starts with the word was, it's usually an asking sentence or a question. So let's practice writing the word was. All of these, since they start at the beginning of a sentence, are going to start with a capital letter. So trace the word was on the first two sentences, and then you're going to write it by yourself for the last three. Okay, and now we've completed all the sentences, and now it's time for us to read the sentences. Now, each of these sentences ends in a question mark, so that means they're asking a question, and we're going to need to answer the question. It's going to be a yes or a no answer. Point to the word yes, point to the word no. So we're going to circle either yes or no for each of these questions. Are you ready, everybody? Let's get started. Was the egg box a jet? Was the egg box a jet? Let's look. This picture's a hint. That doesn't look like a jet. That looks like a garden. Remember how the Superkids made the egg carton into a garden? They didn't make it into a jet. So the answer to this first question is no. The egg box was not a jet. Let's do the next one. Was the bus a mess? Was the bus a mess? We have to think back a little bit, don't we? Let's think all the way back to when the Superkids had first started their Superkids Club. Was the bus a mess? It sure was, wasn't it? It was covered in vines and bugs and dust, wasn't it? So yes, the bus was a mess. Let's read the next one. Was Golly a dragon? Was Golly a dragon? Do you remember how the Superkids put on a skit? Golly dressed up as a dragon, wasn't he? So the answer is yes, Golly was a dragon. Let's read this next one. Was Lily sick? There's that C-K. Remember, C and K can work together just to make one K sound. Was Lily sick at the vet's? Was Lily sick at the vet's? I don't really remember Lily ever being sick. I remember one time Golly went to the vet because he hurt his paw, but Lily sure wasn't sick then. So let's circle no. Lily was not sick at the vet's. And let's do this very last one. Was the wind planet wet? Let's read that all together. Was the wind planet wet? I remember that they used a fan to make the wind planet, and the wind planet was really windy, but it wasn't wet. The wet planet was wet. So the answer would be no. go look at page 18, everybody. Okay. Now we are gonna, I want you to remember, we learned this, we talked about this earlier this year. If you have a word like at, if I say I have a cat, how many cats do I have? More than one or just one? I have one. But if I add an S to the end, and I say I have cats, that means I have more than one, doesn't it? That's plural. So cat, say cat with me, cat is singular, that means one. Cats is plural, that means more than one. So we're going to work a little bit with adding an S to make words from singular to plural. So let's see. Let's sound out this first word. Id. Let's add that S. Kids. 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 Kid. Very good. Now let's draw a line from a picture of more than one kid to the word kids. Which picture has more than one kid? This one. So I'm going to draw a line from the word kids to the picture of the kids. And now I'm going to draw a line, from the word kid to the picture of one kid, because kid just means one. Now let's read this word. Est, vest. Let's add the S here. Est, vests. So which one is singular and which one is plural? Can you point to the singular one for me? Vest is singular. Now let's draw a line from vest to one vest. And point to the plural one for me. Vests is plural. I know it's plural because it has that S at the end. That means more than one. So I'm going to draw my line from vests to the picture of the three vests up here. Now let's come down here. Wag, wag. Now let's add an S here. Wag, wags. Which word is plural? Point to the plural word. The one with the S tells me it's plural. And because it's plural, that means there's more than one. So I'm going to draw a line from wag, wags to the group of three wag, wags over here. The word wag, wag just means one. It's singular, so I'm going to draw a line from wag, wag to the one wag, wag over here. Let's sound out this word. D-er-ag-un, dragon. Let's add our S. D-er-ag-uns, dragons. Which word is singular? The word without the S at the end that just says dragon. Which word is plural? Dragons is plural, I know, because it has an S at the end. So can you draw a line for me from the word dragons to the right picture? You should have drawn a line from the word dragons to the group of more than one dragon, because plural means more than one. And you should draw a line then from the one dragon to the word dragon. Let's add our S and sound it out. But-uns, buttons. But-un, button. Which word is plural? Point to it for me. Buttons is plural, I know, because there's an S at the end. Draw a line from the word buttons to the correct picture. You should draw a line from the word buttons to this group of buttons over here, because buttons has an S at the end. It's plural, that means more than one. And now let's draw a line from the word button to the one button. Last one, let's add our S over here and sound out our words. In, muffin. Ins, muffins. I see a group of muffins here and one muffin here. Which word matches the group of muffins? Muffins, the word with the S at the end. And muffin then must match this one muffin over here. So remember, boys and girls, if the word does not have an S at the end, it usually just means one. So if I say I have a cat, that means I only have one cat. If I say I have cats, that's plural, that means I have more than one cat. all right? Go ahead and turn the page one more time for me. Okay, now you guys are gonna need to go onto the parent portal to listen to an audio for page 19. So this is page 19 right here. This is what it's gonna look like. And as you listen to the audio, every time it dings, you're gonna write a plural word, so a word that ends in an S on each of these lines, okay? So thank you for listening, everybody. I hope you have a really great day. Bye.